everyone, today we are starting with our new chapter, that is quality cost management. But before starting it, let's just revise what all things we understood in our previous class. So we understood what is business process reengineering. Value innovation analysis and engineering was focusing on the product, but business process reengineering focuses specifically on the processes. What is business process reengineering? It involves fundamentally rethinking and radically redesigning our business processes. Fundamentally rethinking means we'll think that why we need these processes right now, and then we will radically redesign them. That means completely changing them. No need of any incremental improvement. We'll completely throw out the old processes and change it with completely new processes. Hana? So fundamentally rethinking and radical redesigning of business processes. Why we are doing this? To achieve dramatic improvements. That means big, noticeable, significant positive changes in what? In critical contemporary measures of performance. Now, what are the critical contemporary measures of performance? They are cost, quality, service and speed. But the thing is, they are not the only ones. We have many more, and that is why we are writing here as such as. These are just examples. There are many more critical contemporary measures of performance, right? Now, so business process reengineering involves fundamental rethinking and radical redesigning of business processes to achieve dramatic improvement in critical contemporary measures of performance such as cost, quality, service and speed. Now, why are we applying this BPR? To achieve dramatic improvements, to achieve radical shift. We don't want minute improvements, right? We are not aiming for small improvements while applying BPR. Our aim is to have big improvements, to have big rewards. But the thing is, to have big rewards, this BPR also involves high risk. Because think about it, you are completely throwing out your old processes, which might be very good, right? It might happen that the earlier process was good enough to be applied in the current scenario also. But now you had applied BPR, you had completely changed it, and the new process is not able to do even what was the old process was able to do. So it might create complications for the organization. So just make sure that when you are applying BPR in your organization, you are very careful. You are studying your old processes really carefully and then only redesigning it. Done. Next. Characteristics of BPR. It involves OWL, SQSC. O is for combine the jobs into one. W is for allow the workers to take decision. No need of worker to depend for every decision on the managers. L, perform the jobs in a logical order. Like we took the example of Amazon. First, Amazon will take our delivery address and the payment details. Like we had made the payment, then only Amazon will start shipping. This is the natural and the logical order. Perform every job in a logical order, not in random sequences. Next, perform work where it makes the sense. No need of performing it everywhere. Like no need of worker to go to HR when they need the help of IT team. They can directly go to IT team, right? Next, quality should be built in so that you need not check it again and again. S, manager should be the single point of contact for the customer and the employee. Next is C, centralized and decentralized should be combined in operation so that we can take the benefit of both of them. Next comes 7 principles of BPR. Characteristics tells us that how BPR will look after applying reengineering, how your processes will look. And then in 7 principles of BPR, we understood that what are the guiding rules when we are applying BPR. So you need to follow these rules while applying BPR in your organization. The rules are OPII-GPS. O is focus on the outcome, not on the task. P is personnel who needs the output should perform the process, no need of duplicating the work. I, information processing should be included in the work, no need of having 2 workers, one is doing the work and another is processing that information. Both of the work can be done by one person only. So make sure you are assigning that work to one person. Information should be captured once at the source. No need of asking the information again and again. If you have captured it once, use that information wherever you require. G, geographically dispersed resources should act as centralized. Like different organizations work in different cities or different countries, right? But how they are connected together with the help of information or the databases which is maintained centralized in a centralized manner. Next is P, parallel activities should be linked, not just integrated. And last S, doer should be allowed to self-manage, no need of worker to depend on managers for everything. Next, key benefits of BPR are cost should be reduced, cycle time should be reduced, and quality should be improved. Next comes cost control, that is managing and regulating all business expense through executive action. That means executives, our managers will take action wherever a cost has increased unnecessarily. But how they will take action? By using cost information as a guide. What cost control does? Cost control involves systematic procedures and measures to ensure that cost remains within the target level and do not exceed the budget. In cost control, our aim is to make sure that our cost remains under the standard, do not exceed that. And that is why we are saying that cost should remain within the target and do not exceed the budget. Budget is our total plan and standard is our per unit benchmark. Now for cost control, we use two different types of traditional techniques, that are standard costing and budgetary control. Standard costing involves setting standard on a per unit basis for each physical unit, then comparing the standard with the actual, analyzing why the variances are coming and taking corrective actions for the same. Budgetary control involves making the budget, comparing actual with the budget to find out variances and to control them. Next is process of cost control. Here we are studying about broad method involved in cost control. And that is, first set the standard, then compare standard and actual, find out the variances and take corrective actions. Next is the detailed steps for cost control, which involves first planning, that means setting the standard, then communicating that standard to everyone responsible for the same. Then it also works as a motivation for employees, because employees know that their information is being tracked and there is someone who is watching their work, right? Next, appraisal and reporting, where the actual is compared with the standards and variances are found out. Variances are the differences or deviations. After finding out the deviations, those deviations are analyzed to find out the reason why these differences are coming or deviations are coming. Then these deviations with the reasons are reported to management. Then management takes decision by reviewing those variances. These decisions can be corrective actions, remedial measures, or if management thinks that there is no issue with the actual, standard is the one which has been not set properly, then standard can also be changed or corrected. Done. Next, key points for exercising control. If you want to exercise control, you have to follow these points. First, or we can say exercising effective cost control. If you want to achieve maximum benefits from applying cost control, then you should follow these key points. First is set price and quantity standard for every physical units used in your operations. For every physical unit, you should set price and quantity standards, and also consider all the factors which can affect your variances. Then set the standards on a realistic basis by involving the person who is going to follow that standard. Think about it, the person who is going to follow that standard knows the real situation there. Top managers don't know the real situation. He's the one who knows that. And that is why involve him also when setting the standard. Data which you are collecting for setting standard should be minimum and correct. Different variances should be calculated like price, usage, mix and efficiency for every cost, whether it be material, labor and overheads. Make sure mistakes are not repeated. We are making this standard, analyzing it, finding out the corrective action so that we can make sure that the mistakes are not repeated in future. And that is why it's very important to make sure it, because the whole process of cost control is for that. Next, flexible attitude towards the standard set. If we think that the standard is the one which is not set correctly, then we should have a flexible attitude towards standard so that we can correct it whenever there is a need of it. Next is advantages of cost control. Now these advantages can be for different peoples. First one is company. What company gets as an advantage from cost control? Company earns high returns. Company is able to achieve higher productivity. Company is able to use its resources efficiently. And company is able to get a strong credit worthiness, right? So these are the benefits for the company. Next comes worker. Worker gets job security. Customers get fair prices. Industry gets growth and stability. So these are the benefits of cost control for different parties. Next, cost reduction. Cost reduction is about real and permanent reduction in unit cost of goods manufactured or services rendered. Whether it be goods manufactured or services, we can apply cost reduction for both of them. But the thing is, cost reduction aims for real and permanent reduction. We want a reduction which is long term and real. We want to do something, or we want to reduce cost by doing something. Like the tax discount or the tax benefit is not the thing which you have got by doing something. It is there now, but it can happen that tax regulations or rules change and then this benefit is not available with you. So make sure that when we are aiming for cost reduction, we are doing something real so that we can get the benefit in the long term. Now, these reductions should be in unit cost of goods manufactured or services rendered without impairing their suitability for the use intended. The product should be able to perform its function. There should be no change in the function, only cost should be reduced. And that is when we call it as cost reduction. No temporary saving, it should be real and long term, and quality or performance should not suffer. Then only we'll treat it as cost reduction. 5 steps to strategic cost reduction. If you want to strategically reduce your cost, then first start with strategy, make your business strategy, and keeping that strategy in mind, make your cost reduction plan so that you can achieve your strategy. Align cost to strategy. That means spend money only on those activities which help or which support your strategy. You can divide your cost on the basis of whether this cost is good or whether this cost is bad. Good cost is the one which is necessary to support your strategy, and bad cost is unnecessary cost or wasteful cost which we are incurring. Make sure you are not incurring any bad cost and you are focusing only on the good cost. Next, aim high. When you are reducing your cost, make sure your aim is high and be ambitious and creative for the same. Show leadership, because without leadership you will not be able to reduce cost permanently. Create cost saving culture in the organization. Make sure you are involving everyone and making everyone responsible for cost reduction. And if an employee is able to reduce the cost, make sure you are rewarding them. Hana? Now after this, we understood about techniques of cost reduction. I hope you have written this. If you have not written this, make sure you are writing it now. Now, how to remember all the techniques? For that, I have grouped all the techniques in different category. The first category is value analysis and engineering category. So if you notice, here value analysis is there. Can you remember value analysis with engineering? Of course, we can remember that. Hana? So value analysis with engineering, that is business process reengineering, is there. Now, one question can come into your mind that, ma'am, value analysis is treated as technique of cost reduction, but why value engineering is not there? The thing is, when we say value analysis here, we also mean value engineering. Why? We studied about types of value analysis exercises. Do you remember that? In value analysis exercises, we studied about value analysis for existing product, which is the value analysis, and value analysis for new product was also part of value analysis exercises, Hana? Which is value engineering. So when we write value analysis, we also mean value engineering is also there, Hana? So value analysis and engineering, that is business process reengineering. This is the first category. Next category is the things which can give you competitive advantage. That is simplification and standardization. Do you remember the case of Ford Motors? They were simplifying and standardizing the cars, and that is why they were able to grab the market from 9% to 61%. Think about it. It was a huge jump. How they got this competitive advantage? By simplifying and standardizing their processes or the product. Next, if you want competitive advantage, first benchmark the competitor itself. Try to achieve what the competitor is doing, and that is benchmarking. Next, target costing. In target costing, we first set the selling price. Now, how this selling price is coming? We'll see the competitor's price and we'll try to keep our selling price similar to that of them. So in all these three, we are focusing on the competitors. Next category is work, waste reduction. Waste reduction, lean management specifically is the activity of waste reduction. If you are doing quality control, then also you are able to reduce the defects. That is also a waste reduction technique. Inventory control. If you are controlling your inventory, no need of making or maintaining a lot of inventory. Hence, there also we are able to reduce the waste. Next is the category of workers. Job evaluation, so that correct worth of job is paid to the employees so that there is no conflict and organization can also save cost. Work study, so that workers can perform the work in a standardized manner. Next comes the category of finance, where finance restructuring is there and credit control is there. So will you be able to remember this with the help of this bifurcation? The first bifurcation is value analysis and engineering, which involves value analysis and business process re-engineering. Next category is competition, which covers benchmarking, target costing, and simplification and standardization. Next is waste reduction, which involves lean management, quality control, and inventory control. Next comes worker, job evaluation and work study. Next comes finance restructuring and credit control. Done. Next is the difference between cost control and cost reduction. I hope you have written this as well. Now, what is the objective? Here our aim is only to achieve our standards, right? Achieve our fixed limits. In cost reduction, our aim is to lower the cost permanently. Here our approach is to achieve lowest possible cost, but in the existing circumstances itself. We will not do something very different. We'll only do what can be done in the existing circumstances. In cost reduction, we find some new techniques or new ways so that we can reduce the cost. Nature, this is preventive because standards are set before actual cost is incurred. Cost reduction is corrective because after incurring the actual cost, we try to reduce it for future incurrence. Next, emphasis, here we focus on the past, and in cost reduction, our main aim is present and future. Assumption, it assumes that standards are achievable and correct. In cost reduction, we consistently challenge the standards. So these are the things we studied in our previous class. Now let's start with our today's chapter, that is quality cost management. Now look at the name. What it says? It's a quality cost management chapter where we are going to focus on the cost of quality and how we are going to manage that quality cost, right? Now for that, we should first understand that what does quality mean? Think about it. You might have used this word quality a lot of times. What does quality mean for you? Like for me, this calculator is a quality calculator. But how am I defining that it is a quality calculator? Think about it. Because it's durable, working from a long period of time. From 5 to 6 years, I'm using the same calculator and now also it's working completely fine. It's a reliable calculator, I can depend on it. Every day when I switch it on, I know that it's going to work. Next, it provides me accuracy. It works really fine without even changing the battery from a very long time. So these are some characteristics which help me to distinguish this particular product from other calculators. And that is what quality is. Quality is all about the characteristics or combination of characteristics. Think about it. When I'm differentiating this calculator from another, I'm listing a lot of characteristics like it is a durable product, reliable product, performs really well, good accuracy. So a lot of characteristics are working together to make this product a quality product and to distinguish this product from another product. And that is what quality is. Quality is the characteristics or combination of characteristics which distinguishes one article or service or manufacturer goods or one grade of product from another when both are outcome of the same factory. Now, what does this definition means? Let's just understand one by one. Let's first focus on characteristics or combination of characteristics. What does characteristics means? Characteristics means features or attributes of product or services. Like I have counted some features of it. Durability, reliability, accuracy, all of these are features. Similarly, a product can have different features like strength. In case of cloth, it matters that how much strength it has. Like some of the clothes are like when you stretch them a lot, it tears out, है ना? So for cloth, it matters. Strength matters. Durability, how long you can use that product. Reliability, how dependable it is. Comfort, how comfortable it is to use, right? Accuracy, like in calculator, the accuracy matters. Finish, in cloth, some clothes are like where the threads are out. You'll not say that product is good, right? You'll not say it is a quality product. Finishing matters for a product to be a quality product. Appearance matters. Speed of service, how speedily the service is provided to you, that also matters in case of product or services. Or we can say these are the characteristics which matters, which distinguishes the product or service from each other. Next, think about it. Do we distinguish our product only on the basis of one characteristics? Answer is no. We distinguish them on the basis of combination of characteristics. So quality is not determined by any single feature, but the overall effect of several characteristics taken together. Think about it. If this product is a durable product but not accurate, will I say that it is a quality product? Answer is no. Similarly, if you have a mobile phone which has a good camera but not a good battery. So think about it. Whenever you switch on the camera to take a photo, the phone switch offs. Will you say that it is a good quality product? Answer is no. It matters that a combination of characteristics should be good enough to distinguish it with other products. Then only we'll say that it is a quality product. These characteristics arise due to, think about it, why these characteristics are different in different products. Because they have different designs, different material, different size, shape and manufacturing process, and that is why they are differentiated with each other. So quality is characteristics or combination of characteristics that distinguishes means differentiates one product, one article means one product from another. If you are taking service, like you are taking teaching services from me, so one service from another. One manufacturer goods from another. What does it mean? This means that we are comparing two goods which are manufactured by two different companies, like this calculator and a local calculator. Both of them are manufactured from different manufacturers, and we are comparing both the products because they are similar products performing the same function, but one is performing it in a good manner and the other is performing it in a not so good manner. And that is why we are comparing both of them. Or one grade of product from another when both are outcome of the same factory. Now what does it mean? That it can happen that similar or same type of product is manufactured by the same factory. For example, that a cloth manufacturer is making t-shirts. White t-shirt, exact same t-shirt in two categories or two grades. One is of 80 GSM, the thickness is 80 GSM, and second one is 100 GSM in thickness. So the thickness of product is different, but the product is exactly same, performing the same function and is made in the same factory. But due to some of the characteristics, it is distinguishes from each other, and that is what quality is. Due to its thickness, I can say that it is a quality product, and due to its lower thickness, I can say that it is not so quality product. Hana? Now, so even if they are one grade of product, similar grade of product, made by the same factory, then also performing the same function, then also due to characteristics they can be differentiated. Done. Let's take an example. Here also I have written that different grade of product means same product performing the same function but different in quality. Like in cement factory, in the same cement factory, two different types of cements are made. One is OPC and the second one is PPC. OPC is ordinary Portland cement and PPC is Portland pozzolana cement. Both are the same product, performing the same function of building dams, bridges, houses. So both can be used for all the categories, right? But due to some of the characteristics like strength gain, it gains strength faster, it gains slower. Durability, the durability is lower here. Here we have higher durability. Heat resistance, here it is less, here it is more. Due to some of the characteristics, even if they are the product of same factory performing the same function, they are differentiated with each other due to some of the characteristics. Done. Similarly, Parle company makes two different types of biscuits, Parle G and Parle G Gold. Both are sweet biscuit performing the same function, same type of product, but due to some of the quality characteristics, they are differentiated with each other. Done. So even if the product is of same factory or some difference in grade, then also they can be differentiated with each other due to some of the characteristics. And that is what quality is. Done. Now, think about it. We are saying that quality is the thing which differentiates one product from another. In chapter 1, we understood about product differentiation. Product differentiation are things which differentiate our products from competitors' product. And in quality also we are trying, quality are also the characteristics which differentiates the product from one another. So is quality and differentiation is exactly same thing? Answer is no. When we say quality, which helps us distinguish one product from another, our main focus is on the function due to which the product is differentiated from one another. Think about it. When I was thinking about this calculator or focusing on this calculator, my main purpose of using this calculator is because it is durable. It is able to perform its functions really well. And that is the reason why I am choosing this product. So when we say a quality product is there which distinguishes itself from another, we are focusing mainly on its function. For quality product, function is the very important thing. Then only we consider other things or other features like appearance or finish. These are all the things which comes after. The main thing which comes is function, that the product should be able to perform its function really well when we are talking about quality of it. But in case of differentiation, think about it. Even if the product is not able to perform its function really well, can I differentiate it with competitor's product? Answer is yes. How? With the help of marketing. I am able to differentiate my product with the help of branding, even if the product is not able to perform its functions really well. So differentiation don't require quality. Even if the product is not having a good quality, it can be differentiated from other products. It can be differentiated from competitor's product. But think about it. If a product is of high quality, can it help me to differentiate my product from competitors? Answer is yes. If you are the one who is the only one who is providing high quality product, then it can also be used as a differentiation technique for differentiating my product from competitor's product. So can I say that high quality can be used as a differentiation technique for differentiating my product from competitor's product? But the thing is, differentiation can also be achieved without superior quality. Even if the product is not superior in quality or not able to perform its function very well, then also it can be differentiated through branding, design and aesthetics, distribution reach and faster delivery. Done. Next is quality can be defined in different ways. There are different definitions through which we can define quality. Why? Because everyone is thinking about quality in a different manner, and that is why it can be defined in different ways. Now, if you see these definitions in your book, they are divided into two parts. First, defines the phrases, well-known phrases about quality, like what quality is treated by different people, And then there are different definitions of quality. There are 5 different definitions of quality. Now what am I doing is I'm going to merge all of them because they both are defining the quality itself, right? And that is why I'm going to merge both of them to make you understand that this in a better way. And that is why if you notice the numbering can change, है ना? Just focus on understanding it. So first we are defining quality as perception. Now what does quality as perception means? It means that quality is based on how a person feels about a product. So even if it might not be different in reality, but you are feeling it that it is a quality product. Like think about it. Have you bought a local water bottle or a Bisleri? There are 2 options in front of you. An unbranded bottled water or Bisleri. Which one would you prefer? You will definitely prefer Bisleri because you know that name. Anna, you know that it is a branded product. In your eyes, it is a quality product. Even if both of them have the same type of water, then also we feel that it is a quality product. Anna, just because it is a branded product, just because we have seen its marketing, we think that it provides an extra quality or extra safety. Similarly, think about a branded medicine or a non-branded medicine. Even if both of them provide the same product, but then also we rely more on this branded products. Why? Because we think that it is of more quality. Think about it. It's just quality as perception. Nothing has changed. The product is exactly same. Then also you feel that this product is a quality product. And that is what quality as perception is. It is not in reality. It is just perception. We think that they are different, but they are not actually different in reality. Hana? So quality as perception is based on how a person feels about a product. It is personal and depends on what features or value the customer expects. What you are expecting, on the basis of that you decide that this product is a quality product for me. You can see it in a different angle also. Like think about an iPhone, Hana? So for me, battery matters in a mobile phone. But for you, it can happen that for you camera is the most important thing. Then for you, it can happen that iPhone is the best quality product. But for me, as battery is the most important thing, and I think iPhone doesn't provide a good battery, for me, it can happen that this product is not a quality product. So quality is on the basis of what customer wants. And that is what it says, that what customer is expecting from the product. On the basis of that also customer can differentiate or define a product as a quality product or not so quality product. Next, psychological criteria is also saying the same thing. See, quality is based on feeling, reputation and perception. That means it is subjective. It depends on person to person. Let's see the examples. So a friendly hospital staff makes you feel quality even if treatment is normal. Think about it. Hospital A and Hospital B provide the same treatment. But the thing is, here the hospital staffs were friendly, and that is why you are feeling that it is a quality product or a quality service. Next, Rolex and Mercedes feels like high quality because of reputation. Anna, think about it. A normal watch and a Rolex watch both provide the same function, but the thing is, we feel that one is a quality product and other is not, just because it is having it gives us a good reputation. Similarly happens with Mercedes. We feel that it is a quality product even if it provides the same service as that of another product. Ambience, environment, prestige all affect our perceived quality. All of these affect our quality. So here when we talk about quality as perception or a psychological criteria, we are saying that we are feeling it as a quality product even if it might not be. Even if it doesn't provide the function in a really good manner, but we are feeling that it is providing us something different which distinguishes it from another product. So this is quality as perception. Now think about it. By reading this quality as perception, do you remember one thing which we read in chapter 1? We read about esteem value, which was also focusing on this reputation, prestige, or status. Huh? Do you think that quality as perception and esteem value are somewhat similar? Huh? Because here also perception is on the basis of brand or reputation. Hai So somewhat they are talking about the same thing. Let's just understand that what is the difference between both of them. When we say quality as perception, we mean that how customer is feeling about the quality. Hai Often related to performance only. This is often related to performance. Like think about it. When you decide that Bisleri or a local branded product, are you deciding on the basis of which one gives you reputation or status, or which one gives you an extra quality? You are deciding on the basis of performance or more quality, right? That is what quality as perception is. When we see some product as quality product, we think that it is performing its function in a really well manner, even if it is not performing that. Hai So when we are saying that Rolex is a quality product, when we say Rolex is a quality product, we think that it performs its function in a much better way as compared to other product. So quality as perception is often related to performance or often talks about performance. But esteem value always comes from status, pride, and recognition. It is not because of the function. Like I am choosing Mercedes for status. I'm not looking on its quality. I'm not saying it's a quality product. I'm just saying it's for my status. Then that is esteem value. When you are saying that this product is a quality product, then you are assuming that it is performing its function in a really well manner as compared to other product. Done. Now this perception can come from brand image, as we talked about a Bisleri and a local branded water bottle, experience and trust, how much you trust a particular brand. Done. So this was quality as perception. Next comes fitness for use. Like for what purpose you are buying that product, that also defines the quality of it. For example, Mercedes and Jeep both provide transportation, both have quality. They both perform their functions really well. But the thing is, I want to take my vehicle on mountain roads or carrying gear, then in that case, Jeep is a good quality product for this purpose. So when we say fitness for use, we are focusing mainly on what function I want to perform with my product. So if you are focusing mainly on taking mountain rides, then Jeep is a good option. But if you want to run your vehicle in a normal road, then Mercedes might be a good option, right? So user-based definition is fitness for use. It mainly focuses on the need of the user, specific need of the user, on the basis of which quality is dependent upon. First thing which we understood was quality as perception, where we think that it is a quality product, but it is actually exactly same as that of another product. In fitness for use, we are deciding a product, or we are rating a product as a quality based product on the basis of what function we want to perform with that product. Next is value for price paid. Think about it. If a product is a very good in quality, but it charges you a really lot amount as compared to what quality it is providing it to you, do you think it's a quality product? Answer is no. That means quality is also determined on the basis of value or the price we are paying. So quality means getting good usefulness for the amount spent. Like two colleges offering the same courses, one is charging 20,000 rupees and one is charging 10,000 rupees for the same content. Then the cheaper one thinks or feels us a better value for money or a quality product. So here we are deciding a product is quality or not on the basis of value it is providing on the price we are paying, right? Next, This definition combines economics plus customer satisfaction. We are combining money and how much customer satisfaction it is providing. If both the products are providing the same satisfaction or same type of services, then it's better to buy from the lower price and will feel more valuable when we are buying at a cheaper price, right? Next, support services. Think about it. We are not talking about the main product or the main service. We are talking about the services which are surrounding that product. On the basis of that also, we think that this particular product or service is of good quality. Like university quality depends on good teachers and good courses. This is the main service. This will be the deciding factor, I understand. But on the basis of how they handle paperwork, how they provide support, how much they are responsive, on the basis of this also you are going to decide whether they are providing a quality service or not. Think about a shop where you are going for buying a mobile phone. The mobile phones there are of really good quality, but the staff is not talking to you in a proper manner. Would you say that the experience which you have in that shop was good? Answer is no. You'll say that the quality of the shop or the products are not good. Why you are saying that? Because the support services which are provided with that product was not good. It can also happen that the mobile phone is really good, but when you have gone to that mobile shop for support, some support or for understanding that how should you use that particular mobile phone, they're not helping you in a good manner. Would you say that the product was good? Answer is no. Even if it was performing good, but the services which are provided with it are not good, then we treat it as a bad quality product or a bad quality service. And that is why support services are also very important for the product. So service quality affects the customer overall experience, and hence quality changes for the customer. They might say now that it is not a good quality product or a good quality service. Next, quality is not an act, it is a habit. If you notice, till now, all the definitions which we have seen were focusing on the customer. Quality as perception is on the basis of how customer feels about the quality. Fitness for use is on the basis of for what purpose customer is using that product. Here also we are focusing on the customer. Next, value for price paid. This is also judged by the customer, that how much value they are getting on the basis of price they are paying, right? And support services, whether they are getting a good experience or after sales support, this is also judged by the customer. But now all the definitions which we are going to see are focusing mainly on the organization's perspective. So quality is not an act, it is a habit. Think about it. If organization is focusing on quality only for one day, will they able to provide the good quality product to the customer consistently? Answer is no. You need to follow quality rules or regulations which you have made in the organization every day. Then only you will be able to provide good quality products to the customers consistently. And that is what is written here, that quality is not a one-time act. It is a habit. You need to follow it on a daily basis. Then only you will be able to ensure a good quality product for the customer, right? Next, quality is conformance to requirements. When we focus on quality, we want that whatever customer is wanting, we have to provide that. Here also we are focusing on the basis of how organization will think about quality. So organization will think that we need to fulfill the expectation of customers. That is what conformance to requirement is. If customer has ordered 2 kg weight of cake of vanilla flavor, then we need to provide exactly that, and that is what quality is. So to provide what customer is wanting, if you are able to provide exactly that, then that also will be treated as a quality product. Next, quality is the degree to which a set of inherent characteristics fulfills requirement. ISO 9000. So there is an organization, international organization for standardization, which sets standards for quality. So this is a standard, ISO 9000, which says that quality is the degree to which inherent characteristics fulfills requirement. So whatever requirements or specification or standards organization has set for the product, if the product is able to meet that, then it will be treated as a quality product. Earlier, when we say conformance to requirement, we were focusing on what customer is expecting from us. But when we say inherent characteristics fulfilling requirement, specifically from ISO 9000's perspective, we are focusing on the specifications or the standards set by the organization. Are we able to fulfill the standards which are set by us? Then it will be treated as quality product. It means quality is how well the product's feature match the required standards. Now this can also be written as conformance to specification. Specifications are set by the designers or engineers of our organization. So if we are able to meet that specification or the standards set by designers and engineer, then it will be treated as conformance to specification. In both of these definitions, we are focusing on meeting the standards set by the organization. But in conformance to requirement, our focus is on meeting the expectation of customer. Now, let's see this example. A machine part must be 3 plus minus 0.05 inches. Now, what does it mean? It means that whenever a product is made in the organization, think about it. Even if we are using some automatic machines, is it guaranteed that the product will be made of exact same height or exact same weight? Answer is no. Even if you are using automatic machines, there might be some changes. Like your product can be 3 plus minus 0.05 inches in height, or in weight it can be of 500 gram plus minus 20 grams. It can happen even if you are using automatic machines. So there are some deviations in the product even if you are using automatic machines. Hence, there is some tolerance limit added by the organization. So what organization has set standard as 3 plus minus 0.05 inches? What does it mean? It means that if the product is 3 minus 0.05 inch, that means 2.95 inches, or 3 plus 0.05 inches, that is equal to 3.05 inches. If the product is between 2.95 to 3.05, then it will be treated as a quality product. This is a tolerance limit added by the organization. Similarly, in hotel room service, they have promised that they will provide service in 20 minutes. But the thing is, this hotel managers have said that there might be some situations where we are not able to provide the service in 20 minutes. Then we have added a tolerance limit of plus minus 10 minutes, which means that the service can be provided in 10 minutes, or it can happen that sometimes the service is provided in 30 minutes also. But the thing is, if the service is provided between 10 to 30 minutes, then it will be treated as a quality service in case of hotel room services. From the point of organization. But think about it. If you as a customer enter to a hotel where you are getting a room service in 30 minutes, would you be satisfied? Answer is no. You will say that when we were entering the hotel, you people said that in 10 to 20 minutes the service will be provided, but now it is taking 30 minutes. What is this? You will start shouting, right? So you will not be satisfied when you are getting service in 30 minutes. So what we are trying to understand here is, even if the product is able to fulfill the conformance to specification, that means the standard set by organization is fulfilled. But it can happen that conformance to requirement is not fulfilled. Conformance to requirement means customer expectation. So even if you are able to fulfill your standard, it doesn't itself mean that you are able to satisfy your customer, because the standards set by the organization are different from what customer is expecting. So that is why it is not necessary that conformance to specification is fulfilled, then customer conformance to requirement will also be fulfilled. They both are different things. Here we are focusing only on the standard set by the organization, and here we are focusing only on what customer wants. So it is not necessary that both are fulfilled together only with one thing. This definition is measurable, है ना? So here we can measure that conformance to specification is achieved or not, as we have seen here. But it may not always match what the customer feels is quality. Room service may arrive in 30 minutes, which is within specifications, है ना? But the customer may still feel that it was slow, it was not acceptable for the customer, right? Now, next is quality is zero defects. Think about it. As a customer, would you prefer that even after paying the full amount, you are not getting a good quality product? Answer is no. You want a good quality product. You want zero defects. And if you are getting defects, you will not prefer that product. So quality is zero defects. Next is quality is free. Now what does quality is free means? It means that even after incurring cost for maintaining that quality, organization feels that it is much lower in cost as compared to getting a defective product. Why? Because think about it, if your product is not good quality, that means it is a defective product. It is not able to fulfill all the characteristics which it should have, Hana? Then this defective product requires a rework. Rework means we'll try to first correct this defective product. If we are not able to correct it, then we need to sell it as scrap. You have done every work on this. You have applied all the materials, labor, every expense is done. Now this product has gone defective. Now we need to sell it as scrap at a very low cost. So it's a loss for the organization. Now just think like this, that if this defective product reaches to customer, we inspected every product, but the thing is this product just not got caught in the inspection and it reached to the customer. Now this product is defective product is with the customer. Now as a customer, would you be satisfied getting a defective product? Answer is no. You will raise a complaint with the company, Hana. You will ask for a replacement or return of the product. You will lose trust on the company. So these all things are a huge loss for the company as compared to the cost which they are incurring for maintaining the quality. And that is why quality is treated as free. This means quality reduces cost. If you produce without defects by maintaining your quality, you avoid this rework. You avoid wastage like scraps. You avoid those customer complaints when this defective product the customer gets this defective product. You avoid returns. So quality seems free for the organization because it saves more money than it costs. Done. So these were all the definitions of quality, different definitions focusing on different areas of quality. Now let's open your summary book and start writing. It's necessary that we summarize all of it so that we can remember that. Hana? Chapter 2. Quality cost management. What does quality mean? Characteristics or combination of characteristics. Which distinguishes one product or one article or service or one manufacturer's good or one grade of product from another when they are the output of same factory. Even if they are the output of same factory, made in same factory, similar type of product but just different grades, then also they can be differentiated on the basis of their characteristics And that is what quality is. Hmm? What does characteristics and combination of characteristics mean? Characteristics are the features or attributes of product or service, such as strength, durability, reliability, comfort, appearance, finish, speed of service, accuracy. These are just examples, है ना? These are just examples of some features. There might be some other feature which differentiates our product from another product. What is combination of characteristics means? So when we differentiate one product from another, we not only do that from one characteristics point of view, right? We take different characteristics together and then judge the product whether it is a quality product or not. Quality is not determined by any single feature, but the overall effect of several characteristics taken together, right? You can write the example of that iPhone or any mobile phone. Having good camera but poor battery will not be treated as a good quality product. Right? Next, quality. There are different definitions of quality, right? Quality can be defined in different ways. Write it down. Quality can be defined in different ways. First is quality as perception. First, we are defining all the definitions of quality from customer's perspective. First is quality as perception. Here, customer feels that the product is a quality product even if it is providing the same function. Or we can say it as psychological criteria, because think about it, quality as perception and psychological criteria, we're talking about the same thing, right? How a person feels about the product. This is personal and depends on what features or value customer expects. Like we have seen one example, right? A bottled Bisleri versus a local unbranded bottled water. Bisleri versus local unbranded bottled water. This Bisleri feels like quality. Even if both are exactly same. This is quality as perception. Next is quality is fitness for use. If the product is fit for use, on the basis of what use the customer wants, it will be treated as quality product. Product should be fit for intended use and quality depends on what, for what purpose customer is buying that product. So for what purpose you are buying that product, on the basis of that fitness for use will be decided. Like we have seen the example, if you want to go for mountain rides, then you can't depend on Mercedes, you need to go for Jeep. Next, quality is value for price paid. Getting good usefulness for the amount spent. Next, quality is support services. We as a customer judge product or service on the basis of support services surrounding that product or service. Quality is also judged by the services surrounding the product. Now think about it. We have also seen one more definition of quality, which is quality is zero defects. And that is also focusing on customer, right? That customer will not uh, want a defective product and will not be satisfied with a defective product. So here also we are focusing on customer, and that is why I am including that definition also, that quality is zero defects. Right? No customer wants defect in product or service he or she pays for. Right? Now, these are the definitions of quality on the basis or on the perspective of customer. Now we are seeing some definitions from the perspective of organization. First, for organization, quality is conformance to requirements. Whatever customer wants, we need to deliver that. Quality is conformance to requirements. So, quality means meeting customer expectations. Next, quality is conformance to specifications. Now, here we are focusing on the standards set by the company, right? So, meeting the specification set by the designer or engineer. Next, quality is not an act, it is a habit. It is not a one-time activity. Quality is not a one-time activity that you have one day you decided that you will check all the products, then on the next day you are not checking it. Then it is not quality, right? It's part of daily behavior. You need to do it on a daily basis. Next, quality is free. For organizations, whatever cost they incur for maintaining the quality is much lower than having a defective product. So, good quality reduces cost. If you produce without defects, you avoid rework, complaints, replacements, and these all cost much higher than what quality prevention cost us. Next, write a note here that conformance to specifications, that means fulfilling your standards, fulfilling the standards set by the organization, is not equal to conformance to requirements. That means the fulfilling standards set by the organization is not equal to fulfilling customer satisfaction, right? Conformance to specification, let's just write an example for the same, that hotel room service standard as per the organization is 20 plus minus 10 minutes. But for customer, if he gets room service in 30 minutes, he may not be satisfied, right? Even if it is under the specification, but customer may not be satisfied with this service. Done. So these were all the definitions or different ways through which we can define the quality. Now moving forward to our next part, that is difference between quality in manufacturing and service organization. Now think about it, manufacturing organization is making a product. Here you can see things physically. All the features or characteristics of the product is seen physically. But the thing is, in service organization, we are getting services. I'm not able to judge the features on a physical manner. I experience all the features here, like the service, how service is provided, how I feel or how I experience just the service, right? So it might be completely different for every person, but in case of products, it can be judged on the basis of some physical features. And that is what is given here, that quality in manufacturing organization. When we say manufacturing organization, what does we mean? We are mainly focusing on the organizations which are converting raw material into some finished products like car, mobiles, clothes, food, machines, etc. Right? All of these are finished product converted with the help of raw material. Here, quality is judged by some tangible features. And what are those features on the basis of which we will judge quality here? Conformance to specifications. We know what does conformance to specification means, right? That the standard set by the organization, are we able to meet that standard? Standard can be 3-inch part, must be exactly 3 inches plus minus some tolerances. Like we had added some tolerances like, right, 0.05 inches. Hai. So this is the tolerance limit. So mostly we set some tolerance limit because products can have some differences between each other, and that is why here tolerance limit is added. So conformance to specification means achieving the standard set by the organization. On the basis of it, if the product is able to achieve that standard, we'll treat it as a quality product. On the basis of how it is performing, how it is able to perform its functions, like speed of a car, processor speed in a computer. So how the product is performing, on the basis of it also the quality is judged here. Reliability, how dependable that product is. A refrigerator running without breakdown is a dependable product. Features, extra things which that particular product is providing us, like a sunroof in a car, a Bluetooth, or extra function provided in your appliances. These are some extra things on the basis of which we judge the quality of the product. Durability, how long it is going to work for us. Serviceability, how easy it is to repair that particular product. On the basis of these features, we mostly judge the quality of a product, a manufactured product. Hana? What are these qualities? Conformance to specification, serviceability, performance, features, then durability, reliability. Right? Next. Quality in service organization. Now, service organizations are providing you services. Hospital, hotels, airlines, universities, resort. You are not going to get some product from them which you can own or which you can judge. You are going to experience something in their service organizations, and hence quality in service organization is experienced and it is subjective. It depends on person to person. It differs from customers to customers. Think about it. You went to a restaurant and there you need not wait for a single minute. You get the menu on time. The person came, the staff came to take the order on time. You got the order in 10 minutes. Then you'll think that this restaurant is a very good in providing service. But it can happen that when your friend went there, a lot of people also were there. And that is why the service was very late. He got his product or he got his food very late. So he might feel that the service provided in that restaurant was not good. Hai. So the experience can differ from person to person in case of service. Tangible features. There are some physical things that support the service. Like when you went to a restaurant, the clean restaurant or the plate in which you got the food, the plate is really clean. That also matters. That also is the basis through which the quality of the service will be judged. Consistency. Now, take the example of a restaurant whose food you like the most. Now, why you went there always? Because you want the same taste you got first time. And that is why you went there every time. And that is the consistency which is required in the case of services. The services should be great first time and every time you'll get the same service. Example, same taste of food every visit. Responsiveness. As we took the example of a restaurant itself, that when the staff is coming to take the order from you on time, you'll you'll like that thing, right? When you have to wait with the menu for 10 to 15 minutes, no one is coming to take your orders, you'll feel irritated, and that lowers the experience which you are getting and hence lowers the quality. And that is why responsiveness is important in case of service, that how quickly staff is responding to your needs. Here one more example is given, that nurses attending quickly in a hospital. Courtesy or friendliness, how the staff is behaving with you. Think about it, the staff came earlier, like in 1 minute he came to you, you will be happy. But the thing is, he is not talking properly with you. Would you prefer to go to that restaurant again? Answer is no. है So behavior of staff also matters. Timeliness or promptness. The staff came to you on time for taking the order. He was talking to you in a very good manner. Good enough. But the thing is, your order came 1 hour late. Would you prefer going to that restaurant again? Answer is no. So timeliness or promptness of getting the service is also important. Short waiting time is good, but if you need to wait for a longer period of time, then you'll judge quality. You'll not rate that particular restaurant in a good way. Atmosphere. Atmosphere means environment and the overall feel. Think about it, you are sitting on a restaurant, but there is some smell there and you are not liking it. Would your experience be good? Answer is no. So the ambience or cleanliness or the environment of that restaurant, all of these matters in case of services. These are not easy to measure. Of course, these are different experiences which customers are having. So they are not easy to measure, but they depend on customer experience, how they feel when they got that particular service, right? But in case of products, we are able to physically measure all the features, whether they are available or not in the product. Done. So for services, how will you measure the quality? On the basis of experience. So the tangible feature, promptness, behavior, cleanliness, or we can say the ambience, atmosphere, consistency. All of these are the things on the basis of which we are going to judge services. Now next comes timeline of quality management. Now from here we are going to read something completely different. But before going on this thing, which is completely different, let's just write what we understood right now about the manufacturing and service organizations. So, quality in manufacturing organization. Manufacturing organization is the one which is making products, right? Like car, mobile, calculators. These are just examples. There can be many other products here. Next, quality. Here we judge quality on some tangible features, on the basis of some tangible features. What are the tangible features on the basis of which we are judging quality? The first one is conformance to specification, that it should meet the standard set by the organization. Next, performance, how well it is able to do the work. Next is reliability, how dependable that product is. Durability, how long the product is going to work. And serviceability, how easy it is to repair that product. So in serviceability, we are focusing on repairs. In durability, we are focusing on the life of the product. And in reliability, we are focusing on how dependable that product is. Right? Next, quality in service organization. What service organizations are providing to you? They are providing some services, है ना? Services like hospital service, airline service, restaurant service, universities are providing you services. And for them, if I want to judge the quality, then it will be judged on the experience, right? Now, to judge the quality of service organization, you look into some features, like some tangible features, because there are some tangible things which support the service. Physical things that support service, like the hotel room is the physical thing which you are getting, right? And if you have gone to garage for repairing your car, then it can happen na, they are adding some parts to your car. If the parts are of good quality, you will think that the service is of good quality, है ना? Next is consistency. I should take it down. Consistency means service should be same every time. Next is responsiveness. How fast the staff is responding to your needs. How quickly staff responds to needs. Next, behavior or friendliness. Behavior or courtesy or friendliness. Here we judge the experience on the basis of how the staff behaves. Next, timeliness or promptness. How fast you are getting your service. Next, atmosphere is the ambience or the environment. Done. So these were the features through which we are going to judge the quality in service organization. Now let's move forward. Now we are going to study about timeline of quality management. So quality management has evolved with time. Directly looking in this diagram will be very heavy for us. So what we are going to do is first understand that with time how quality has evolved, and then only we'll look into that diagram. So every new quality method was created because previous one was not enough. Previous one was not able to fulfill the requirements of the organization, and that is why the new quality method was developed. The first thing which was developed is scientific management. Scientific management focuses on efficiency and productivity. Now, what does it mean? Efficiency means using less resources to achieve the same output, and productivity means using the same input to achieve higher output. So, we were trying to use less and less resources to achieve more and more output with the same. In scientific management, we used work study for the same, through which we broke down the work into small tasks and standardized methods for performing the work, so that in least time we can perform the work at least cost. So with the help of this scientific management, we were able to produce faster. But the thing is, producing faster is not quality, right? What was quality at that time? Even if you are producing faster, even if you have standardized the methods, think about it. Is it guaranteed that the product which is coming out of the process is going to be a good quality product? Answer is no. There might be some defects even if everything is standardized. And that is why inspection was needed, and this is the first step or the first thing in the quality measurement which came in. But standardizing work doesn't mean output is equal to 100% correct. And that is why here quality meant checking the product at the end and throw bad ones. In inspection, we are going to check every product and throw the products which are not of good quality. Now, what was the problem with this? There were a lot of waste, rework, and high cost which organization has to bear. And think about it, we are checking every product at the end of completing it. If we would have checked the product in between of the processes, it might be really helpful for us. And think about it, checking every product is a very complicated task. If you are checking some of the samples of a particular batch, it will be really helpful for you. And to do both of these things, to check the product in between of the processes and to check only the samples and not the whole batch, we used statistical quality control. Now what it is, let's understand. Now, as inspection was having some issues, we thought about that, can we control mistakes earlier? We are controlling an inspection, or we are focusing on quality only at the end when we got the final product in case of inspection, right? Here we are focusing on that, can we control the mistakes earlier in between the processes? Instead of checking at the end, why not control the process itself? For this, statistics came in, control charts, data, variations. We used all of them so that we can on the particular batch which is produced, we are checking only the samples and we are checking after every process, not only the final product. This is statistical quality control. So the first thing which came in was inspection, where we were checking only the final product. Then the statistical quality control technique came, on which from a batch of product we are checking only samples, and on the basis of sample we are judging the whole batch, plus we are checking in between the processes, not only at the end of production. Now after this also, think about it, even if we started checking the product in between the processes, but now also we are on the detection way of controlling or making the quality of the product or maintaining the quality of the product, right? We are only detecting it. Are we trying to prevent it? Are we trying to improve the quality in the process itself? Answer is no. Both these techniques are just trying to detect whether we are able to achieve the quality or not. And that is why a prevention technique was needed. Let's stop defects from happening. This is the technique which focuses on stopping defect from happening. It was an important shift. Company said, why wait for defects at all? Let's prevent them. For these, we need some standard procedures. We need to train our employees. We need to design our processes such that we are able to assure quality. We are able to have less defects as compared to what we are having now. And that is what is known as quality assurance, where we are focusing on the process to prevent defects. not detecting it. We are preventing it beforehand. We are not letting the defect happen. है ना? Quality assurance existed as an idea before ISO came in. What is ISO? ISO is International Organization for Standardization, which makes standards for quality. So they made a quality standard in 1987, but the thing is, this quality assurance was applicable or existed before that also. Now the time period came when World War II was happening, and due to World War II, Japan's economy was completely destroyed. And that is when Japan has to rebuild its economy. So think about it. Every resources they have lost it. They don't have a lot of money. They don't have a lot of resources. So they thought that they will not be able to win over the whole world with the help of quantity and cost, because they don't have resources to win through quantity, and they don't have money to win by charging less cost for their products. So what they decided that they will focus on the quality of the product, and that is how Japan now is known as a quality king, right? So Japan showed the world something new, that quality improves only when everyone is involved. After that World War II, Japan rebuilt their economy with the help of focusing mainly on the quality, and they showed the whole world that if you want to improve the quality of your product, you need to involve everyone in your organization. It is not a task of a particular team. Everyone in the organization should be involved to improve the quality. So for that, you need management commitment. Management should be involved. Employees should be involved, and the main focus which you need to keep is customer. Customer should be your only one and complete focus, then only you will be able to improve the quality. And this became the total quality management. So Japan gave us this total quality management. Now after this, we improved our quality, right? But now think about it, quality is improved, but organization now also is having a lot of cost. The things which are happening in organization is slow now. So what Toyota thought, that even with good quality, companies are slow and costly. So they decided that they will remove waste and improve every day. And for that, they build some of the techniques like lean management, which focuses mainly on reducing the waste and doing only those things which are adding value. Next came Kaizen technique. Kaizen technique was focusing mainly on continuous improvement. Even if you are improving small, we should improve continuously, and that is how we'll be able to reduce the cost and improve quality more. Just in time, through which you are not keeping inventory, a lot of inventory. You are making the product when the customer is asking for that, and you are buying the inventory only when you are going to produce it. You are not keeping extra inventory, so there also you are able to save the cost. Quality plus efficiency both was achieved with the help of what Toyota suggested us, and this whole thing was known as Toyota production system. Now after this, the next step came in, which was, let's make quality measurable in numbers. Till now, we were trying to improve the quality, but the quality was not measurable in numbers, right? Now the companies decided that we want to improve more quality, we want to have zero defects, and for that they decided that quality will be measured in numbers. And that is how Six Sigma is developed, to set a clear target that we want almost zero defects in the organization. But when we say zero defects, it doesn't mean exact zero. It means 4 to 5 defects in 1 lakh. We'll see about this, we'll discuss about this in Six Sigma to have more clarity. But think about it, if you are getting 3 to 4 defects in 1 lakh product, it's very less, right? Hana? Now with the help of this Six Sigma technique, the quality became data driven, and to improve the quality we used a step-by-step method which was known as DMAIC. Now what is it? We'll discuss it in Six Sigma techniques. Now let's move forward. After this, lean make you fast. Think about it. How lean was able to make us fast? Because lean help us to remove all the things which are wasteful. And if you are removing every activity which is wasteful, then you will be able to perform the work faster, right? So lean was making us faster. Six sigma makes us accurate to calculate the quality or to measure the quality or to reach that zero defect part, है ना? So what companies did, companies combined both of them. Companies combined lean with Six Sigma, so they were using lean plus Six Sigma in their organizations. Now, after this came the step 8, which is the today's quality era. Today, machines themselves detect defect, no need of worker. Quality is real time, productive, and completely automated with the help of AI, sensors, and this is what Quality 4.0 is. What is Quality 4.0 and why we are calling quality as 4.0? Because this is the era of Industry 4.0. Now, what is Industry 4.0? So, industry, according to era of industries, is divided into 4 categories as of now. The first one was Industry 1.0, when muscle replaced by machines, when industries started using machines as compared to that of manual labors. Then Industry 2.0 was when mass production started, when companies started producing a lot of quantities together. Standardization, simplification was introduced at that time. Then came Industry 3.0, when complete automation happened, no need of worker, everything was happening with the help of machines. Then came Industry 4.0, which is our current era where industries are using smart systems, AI, Internet of Things devices, big data and cloud to perform their manufacturing functions. And that is why, as this is Industry 4.0, and hence the quality era or quality things which we are following right now is also treated as Quality 4.0. Done. So these are the steps of evolution of quality management. Now let's see this timeline to understand this in a better way. So the first thing was scientific management. First we standardized our work. But standardization does not mean that there will be zero defects, right? And that is why inspection was needed. After inspection, we used statistical quality control so that we are only checking some of the samples out of the whole batch, and we are checking after every process, not only at the end when we are getting the final product, right? After this, quality assurance came in. But the thing is, even if quality assurance came in here, organizations started using it practically, but ISO was developed. ISO, that is the standard for quality assurance, was developed in 1987. And after that, World War II happened. Japan suffered a lot, mainly due to Hiroshima and Nagasaki atomic bombing. And then as Japan realized that we cannot compete on quantity and cost, hence they decided that they will compete on quality. For that, what they did, who was the one who bombed on Japan? USA was the one, right? What Japan did, Japan called American quality experts who were ignored by US. US were not giving importance to this experts or not applying their rules or the techniques which they suggested. What Japan did, Japan called all of these American quality experts to their country to rebuild their industries. And that is why Japan was able to achieve those quality measures or is known as the quality king right now. What all things Japan developed? So a different types of technique like PDCA cycle. This is plan, do, check, act. First plan everything, then implement it, then check it, and then if you found some differences, then act on it. This is PDCA cycle. Then statistical thinking, that we will use statistics to check the quality. We will use some samples out of the whole batch to check the quality. Management-led quality, that management should be involved if we want to improve the quality. Fishbone diagram. Now this is our fishbone diagram which shows us a cause and effect relationship. Every problem which you are facing, just write it here in the face of our fish, and then on every bone mention the causes due to which you are facing these problems. If you see, there are some branches of these bones. In these branches, you can write the primary causes or the secondary causes or different types of causes which you are facing under it. After writing this cause and effect, if you want to solve this problem, you can solve this issues or the causes, you will be able to solve this problem. And that is why it is also known as cause and effect diagram. Now, next came quality circle. What is quality circle? It is like involving your employees in improving the quality. So you are making a group of worker who will focus on improving the quality. That is quality circle. Then came company-wide quality. That means everyone should be involved in quality improvement, and that is what quality management is, right? Total quality management is that everyone should be involved, and management led quality should be there, that management should also be involved in improving the quality, and that is how total quality management is developed. Then came Toyota production system, which tried to reduce the waste, right? So for that, or the cost, for that they introduced just-in-time, Kanban, Kaizen, standardized work, birth of lean manufacturing. All of these are known as lean manufacturing. Together, all of these techniques mainly make lean manufacturing, because what is the purpose of lean manufacturing? To reduce the waste, and all of these techniques help us to reduce the waste, to reduce the cost. Done. Next, in 1980, the word total quality management came in. If you notice, this total quality management was already developed in Japan. Then here only this word came into picture. Total quality management, where we are focusing on the customer, involving every employee and continuously improving. Then came the Six Sigma, where we are focusing on zero defects. Then here quality assurance standards came in, and lean term was introduced. Even if lean manufacturing got birth in Toyota production, here all of these techniques were not known as lean. In 1990, this lean word was introduced. Now think about it, if you are reducing the waste in your production system, then accounting should also change accordingly, and that is why lean accounting was introduced. Then came the period of 2010 to 25, where we are combining Six Sigma and lean together and is being used by the organization. Then the current situation, which is quality 4.0, where we are using automation, IoT, data and defect detection for managing the quality. So this is the whole timeline of quality management. Now, why we understood all of these? First of all, it's not necessary to remember all the years. It's just given for information. No need of remembering it. This is not given in your ICMA study mat. Then why we understood this? Because after understanding this whole thing, it will become a lot easier for us for everything which we will study in quality management from now onwards. Because a lot of things which we studied in this timeline are going to cover or going to be covered in your particular study mat in a deeper manner. So you have got a gist of it. Now we are ready to understand or read it in a detailed manner. Let's start first with quality management. What does quality management means? Controlling and improving the quality of product or service is quality management. So you are using a systematic approach to ensure that your product or service consistently meet quality. So any systematic or step-by-step approach which you are using to make sure that your product meets quality is quality management. For that, we are going to do planning, control, assurance and improvements so that we can achieve our quality. So the quality is the result here, and quality management is the process through which we are going to achieve that result. Now, quality management has different stages, or as we understood earlier in the evolution, that quality has evolved with time, right? And this evolution is divided into 4 categories. Let me just tell you what are those categories. The first thing which was developed for quality was inspection. That is checking the product after it has been made completely. This is the first stage of quality management. Next came quality control, where we are using statistics to take the samples and checking the quality between the processes, not just at the end of it, right? Next, after quality control, next came quality assurance. Why quality assurance came into picture? Because inspection and quality control, both of them are detection based techniques which are detecting the quality, whether we have achieved it or not. But quality assurance is a prevention based technique which prevents us from having defects, है ना? So the first stage is inspection, next stage is quality control, third stage is quality assurance, and after quality assurance, what came into picture? Total quality management. And these are the 4 stages of quality which is covered under quality management. Let's just see them one by one. So the approach followed today evolved over several decades, starting from simple inspection and moving towards organization-wide quality practices. So organization-wide quality practices, TQM. Right? So we started from inspection and we moved to TQM in our quality management processes with time. First, starting with what does inspection means. Inspection is the earliest stage. This is the first stage through which quality management started. Here, we only focus on detecting the quality or detecting the products or defective products to remove them and provide the correct products to the customer, right? Inspection means checking products after they are made to see if they meet specifications or not. After completely making the product, we are checking whether they meet the specifications or the standards which we set in our organization. Involves measuring, testing, and comparing products' characteristics. We'll measure the characteristics, whether the particular measurement, like for example 500 gram, the biscuit packet should be of 500 gram. Then we are checking whether we are able to achieve that 500 gram or not. Testing it. Let's say if it is a pressure cooker, then I'll test it, is it fit for use or not. And we'll compare product characteristics, that what all things should be there in the product, is it there in it or not. Next, defective items are rejected, reworked or sold at discount. For defective items, we can take 3 steps. The first one is you can reject it directly, that it is of no use, just remove it from the list and just scrap it out. Or the other way is you can rework on it. If the defective product is such that you can provide or you can work on it somewhat and you can make the final product, do the rework. Or else that defective product can be sold at a lesser price as compared to that of what final product would be sold. As it is defective, you have to sell it for a lesser price. This leads to wastage of material, extra labor and loss of profit. Think about it. When the product is defective and you are doing rework on it, you are using the materials again. Then the material which you used earlier is wastage, complete wastage. Extra labor is required, extra labor hours is required, and loss of profit because you need to incur a lot of cost again and again. Hence, the profit is also reduced. Employees depend on others to find mistakes. Now, when inspection is done, think about it. The employee who is producing the product, he has no issue with that, or he has no care about the quality because his aim is only to make that product as fast as possible. He is not the one who is going to check the quality. There is some other person who is going to check the quality. Quality is not the issue of the person producing the product. And that also creates thinking that we are not responsible for quality. The person who are producing the product, they'll think that we are not responsible for the quality. The quality is the responsibility of the person who is inspecting that product. And that mindset also leads to creation of defective products. It is a reactive method because problems are found only after they occur. When the problems have occurred, now we are trying to find, and that is why it is known as a detection method or a reactive method. After everything has happened, now we are trying to just find it out. Because inspection only detects defects and does not prevent them, company needs a better approach. As we are just detecting it, that is why we needed a different approach or a better approach. And that is how quality control was developed, controlling the process. Now we are focusing on the process. Quality control refers to operational technique used to make sure that we meet required standard. To meet the required standard, we are using some operational technique, and that is known as quality control. Here we are trying to ensure that quality is maintained during the production process itself. We are not waiting for the final product. In the production process itself, we are going to check the product. So let's take the example of Parle G. We understood the example of Parle-G. Do you remember that Parle-G makes biscuit through first mixing the batter, then baking it, and then packing it? So this is the process which Parle-G is following. So after every process, we are going to check the material. Like after mixing it, we'll check whether the mixture which we have created, is it of good quality or not? If it is not of good quality, we'll remove it. We'll scrap it there itself. No need of baking it, packing it, and then checking it. Anna? We just check it after the baking or after the mixing itself, so that we can remove the wastage or the defectives there itself. No need to wait for the final product. The same thing will happen after baking, after packing. So after every step which you are following, you are checking the product. Adds control point in different stages of production. After every stages, control points will be there. Uses procedures, sampling and performance records. Here we are going to take samples after every batch is produced and check whether it is achieving the performance standards or not. Aims to catch defects earlier rather than only at the end. Not waiting for the end. We are checking after every process is followed. More organized than inspection, but this is also a detection based technique. Think about it. After every process only you are checking it. You are trying to detect it. So this is also a detection based method, not a prevention method. So quality control helps us to reduce cost or reduce defect, but still depends heavily on identifying errors after they have happened. We are not trying to prevent the errors. We are just trying to detect the errors. Right? Next comes quality assurance. This is a prevention based system. Now came the prevention based system. Earlier the both stages were focusing mainly on detecting the defects. Now we are focusing on preventing it. So now we'll try to design our processes, design our product such that we are having less and less defect. We'll train our employees in a manner so that they are able to provide a good quality product to us. So quality assurance focuses on preventing defects by improving the design of the product and the process. Definition. Planned and systematic actions to provide confidence that quality requirements will be satisfied. So we are taking some of the actions so that we can have some confidence that the output which we are generating is of good quality, will not have defects. So for this, what you need to do? First, find the root cause why this non-conformance and why we are not able to meet the quality. Then ensure that those problems do not occur again. Emphasize more on designing a good process, not end state checking. Don't focus on inspection. Focus on designing processes such that we are not having defects at all. Reduce variations in outcome. Think about it. When you simplify your product, when you standardize the process of making the product, you are able to reduce the defects. And that is why variations are reduced so that the product is simplified. And as simplified product is there are no complications. You are making the product in the same fashion as it is every time, then the defects will also be reduced. More proactive, quality is built into the design stage itself. Here we are not reacting. Here we are not detecting. Here we are proactive, working beforehand so that defects are not occurring at all. Quality assurance shifts the organization from detection to prevention, improving both quality and productivity. Both of these are improved as we are not focusing on the detection, we are focusing on prevention. Quality is improved as the final product is of good quality now. Earlier, some of the final products were having defects. Now we are preventing it, so good quality product is made. And productivity is improved because as there are less defective products, so there will be less cost incurred on those defective products. And that is why productivity improves. That is more output from the available inputs. Done. Next is the fourth stage, which is known as the total quality management system approach. Now quality became beyond inspection, control and assurance. Now the entire organization is working as an integrated system towards quality. Earlier only we were focusing on the production department. that you people should focus on detecting the product, or now in quality assurance preventing the defects from happening. But in total quality management, everyone of any department, no matter what, everyone will focus on improving the quality in their area. So everywhere in the whole organization, quality improvement is happening, not just in the production. So key idea, all department, whether it be production, marketing, HR, finance, everyone is working towards improving the quality. Every employee contributes to quality. Continuous improvement in all processes, whether it be of production or anything which we are following. Every process will be continuously improved in the organization. Leadership must support a prevention based philosophy. Now it's very important when you are applying TQM, that is total quality management. Management should involve themselves. Management should have faith in TQM, then only the whole organization will be able to follow that. If management is not supporting it, then the total quality management will not be helpful for the organization. Focus on customer satisfaction and long-term improvement is the main focus of TQM. TQM recognizes that no business process works alone. So quality must be addressed across the entire system. So no business process. Think about it. Production is working for producing the output so that marketing and sales can sell it. Purchase department is buying the material so that production department can make it. And to connect all of them, there is a finance or accounting department, right? So everyone is somewhat connected, and that is why quality can't be improved just by focusing on the production department. You need to focus on every department, and everyone should work together. TQM includes inspection, quality control, and quality assurance. Now, what does it mean? That when you are going on the next stage in the evaluation process, you went from inspection to quality control, from quality control to quality assurance, and quality assurance to TQM. Does it mean that when we enter TQM, we are not going to use any other technique? Answer is no. Think about it. TQM is also based on quality assurance only. That prevention will be there, but everyone will be involved for the same. But think about it. Is it guaranteed that there will be zero defects? We also understood when we understood Six Sigma that in Six Sigma also there is no guarantee that zero defects will be there. There will be some defects. And it's important for the organization to detect those defects. And that is why inspection and quality control will be there. Even if you are applying TQM. Even if you are applying quality assurance, quality inspection and control will be there. So whenever in the evolution stage we are moving forward, we are not leaving the other techniques. We are going to use all of them together. Even in TQM, you are going to use inspection. You are going to use quality control. And TQM to completely is based on quality assurance, that prevention will be there, but from everyone in the organization. Done? So TQM includes inspection, quality control and quality assurance, but with that we add some more things like leadership. We include management. We create a culture of quality management. We create teamwork in the organization so that everyone in the organization is working towards improving the quality. We mainly focus on customers and we try to continuously improve ourselves. TQM is the broadest and the most advanced approach of improving the quality. Done? Now, stage inspection was focusing on finding the defects. After they occur, quality control was controlling the process to reduce the defect. After every process, we were trying to catch the defects, detect the defects. Quality assurance, prevent defect by fixing root causes. And TQM was focusing on the entire organization, culture, teamwork and continuously improving so that we can achieve quality in the whole organization. Done. Now, why quality management matters today? What is the need of managing quality today? Modern markets are competitive. Earlier, think about it. During the independence period, at that time in India, there were very less industries or very less manufacturers. And that is why at that period of time, manufacturers were the king. And customer has to just buy whatever manufacturers are selling. But for now, think about it, there are a lot of manufacturers manufacturing the same type of product. So you as a customer has a lot of option now. Now customer is the king and manufacturers are serving us. And that is why as competition has improved, customers want quality product. They'll not buy from you if you're not providing quality product because they have a lot of options. That is why you need to focus on quality right now. So modern markets are competitive and fast changing. Customers have many options and expect high quality from the manufacturers. If you provide good quality to the customer, you as a company or you as a manufacturer will get a lot of advantage. Like your brand reputation will improve, your revenue and profitability will improve, you will reduce waste as you are focusing on the quality, and you will reduce cost also. You'll ensure compliance with the safety regulations. Think about it, some of the products are there which require us to fulfill the regulations. If you are focusing on quality, you will also fulfill those regulations, the safety regulations which are there for food, healthcare, and electrical goods. Provides sustainable competitive advantage. You are able to get the competitive advantage also, and that is sustainable. That means you'll be able to retain that competitive advantage in a longer period of time for you. है ना? So organizations that adopt TQM and prevention based practices are better prepared to survive and grow. Done. Now comes cost of quality. But before going into cost of quality, let's just write these stages of quality management first, and then we will move forward. Write it down. Quality management. It's a systematic approach to ensure that products and services consistently meet quality through planning, control, assurance, and improvements. We also understood that quality is the result, right? Quality is the result, and quality management is the process to achieve that result. Next we understood the components or pillars, or we can call them as stages of quality management. So this inspection, quality control, quality assurance, and TQM can be called as components, pillars, or stages of strategy quality management, right? The first one is inspection. Checking product after they are made. Hai. So the product is already made. Now we are checking it to see if they meet specifications. So whether the product is able to meet the specifications or not, we are checking that. In inspection stage, it involves measuring, testing, comparing products, characteristics. If there is any defective item which is found in inspection, then what we will do with that? Defective items are reworked or rejected or sold as discounts. Right? Next, it is a reactive method. Why reactive? Because after happening everything, we are just detecting the defects, and hence it can also be called as detection based method. Detection based. Next, after inspection, quality control came in. Quality control aims to catch defects earlier rather than only at the end. Rather than only at end, we try to capture the defect or catch the defect earlier. For this, we use procedures, sampling, and performance records. This is also a detection based activity. But let's write that afterward. First, write reduces defect but still dependent on identifying errors. Here also, even if we are able to reduce the defects, but then also this technique is also dependent on identifying the errors, not preventing them. And that is why this is also a detection based activity. And this will also be treated as a reactive method. Next, it's just that it is checking after every step, not waiting for the final product to come. Next is quality assurance. Quality assurance is the prevention based system which prevents defects by improving the design of product or process. So we are improving our design of product or process to prevent the defect itself. For that, first we will find out the root cause. Then we ensure it doesn't recur. This is more proactive. This is not a reactive method. This is a proactive method. Next, we can call it as a prevention based system. Why we are calling this quality assurance as more proactive? Because think about it, even if quality control is somewhat reactive, but this is also somewhat proactive, because after every step you are checking it, so it's in between proactive and reactive. So I'll suggest you not write reactive method here, because it is between reactive and proactive. It's somewhat reactive and somewhat proactive also. Done. Next, after quality assurance, we have total quality management. This treats the entire organization as one integrated system working towards quality. That means not only there will not be any particular department like quality department which is going to work on quality. Everyone in the organization should work on quality. Treats the entire organization as one integrated system working towards quality. All department will work together. Employees are involved. Continuous improvement will be there. And will also focus on customer. And that is the main thing, that our main focus is not competitors. Our main focus is customer here. And that we understood in starting also, Hana? That quality focuses on customer. Differentiation focuses on competitors. Quality focuses on customer. This is a system approach. The whole system works towards achieving the quality. Done. Now moving forward to our next topic, and that is cost of quality. Before moving forward to cost of quality, let's just write this also, that why quality management matters today. This can be asked in your exams. So, why quality management matters today? Why in today's modern era we need to manage quality? Modern market are competitive and fast changing, plus customers have options. So if you will not give quality product, some other competitor will give and they'll grab the customers, right? If you maintain good quality, it helps you as an organization to improve brand reputation. A company which is providing a good quality product will be able to build their brand also, है ना? Next, increases revenue and profitability. Reduces waste and cost. Compliance with safety regulations. And sustainable competitive advantage. These are the benefits which a company gets if they apply TQM or they manage quality in the current scenario. Done. Now moving forward to our next part, which is known as cost of quality. Till now we were understanding about what is quality, how to manage quality. Now we are focusing on what are the costs incurred by the organization for quality. Now the cost can be divided into two parts. The first one is to maintain high quality, what cost you are incurring. Next is if there is any quality failure, which can happen. We understood that even if you are preventing the quality, there can be situations where failure is there, where defective products are there. So if there is any failure of quality, what all cost you are incurring. So we are bifurcating the cost of quality on the basis of what cost you are incurring to achieve high quality and what cost you are incurring if there is any failure of quality. Done. The reason quality has gained such prominence is that organizations have gained an understanding of the high cost of poor quality. If they are having poor quality, then they have to incur high cost, and this we understood in quality is free definition, right? That why quality is free? Because when you focus on improving the quality, you reduce a lot of cost which you might incur due to defective products or the loss of brand reputation. And that is why incurring quality cost is good for the organization. Incurring the cost for achieving the high quality is good for organization. Quality affects all aspects of the organization and has dramatic cost implications. है. The most obvious consequences occur when poor quality create dissatisfied customer. Think about it. If your defective product reached to customer, then that is the brand reputation loss, and that is not at all good for the organization. But this is just one type of loss which organization faces. There can be many other costs which is linked to quality, and that is why we bifurcated it into two categories. The first one is the cost incurred to achieve good quality, and the second one is if there is any failure in quality, then what all costs we will have to incur, right? First, let's understand quality control cost, which is the cost incurred for achieving high quality. For achieving high quality, we incur two different types of costs. The first one is prevention cost and second is appraisal cost. Prevention cost is the cost incurred for preventing the defective products. We are not allowing any defective products, or we are not letting products to become defective. For that, what we will do? We will do quality assurance, right? Quality assurance was mainly focusing on preventing the defects, and for that we will improve our processes, will improve our design of the product. We will train our employees so that they are able to prevent the defects, they are able to perform the functions in a quality manner, right? And think about it, quality control also somewhat helps us to prevent the defect. Like the final product will not be defective if in step-by-step process we are checking it. Hana? So quality control, statistical techniques of quality also helps us to prevent the final product from being defective. Now, after applying quality assurance and quality control, there will be appraisal cost. Now, what is appraisal cost? Appraisal cost is inspection cost, cost for inspecting the product. Now think about it, when you inspected the product, there might be two situations. First, your product is of good quality and good to go to the customer, and the second thing which can happen is product is defective. But here, while appraisal, we are just including the cost of inspection, not the cost of defective products. Now after this, we will move to quality failure cost. In quality failure cost, there is internal failure cost and external failure cost. Internal failure cost is after inspection, we found out this defective product. Now there will be some cost related to this defective product which will be included in internal failure cost. But think about it, in inspection, this can happen that we are not able to find out the defects and the defective product went to our customer. If the product went to customer, that means it has gone out of our organization, and that is why we are saying it as external failure cost. That now the product, that defective product has reached the customer. Now what all costs we will incur, and that is treated as external failure cost. Now think about it. We are doing this prevention and appraisal cost for preventing this internal and external failure cost, right? So prevention and appraisal costs are incurred in the hope of preventing internal and external failure cost. Now let's understand each of them in a detailed manner. Prevention cost. All costs incurred in the process of preventing poor quality from occurring. We are trying, or we are following some steps so that we can ensure that our product is not of poor quality. It ensures the failures do not happen. For this, what all costs will incur? The first one is quality planning cost. We need to develop some plans related to quality and implement it. For that also some of the costs will be incurred. We might use some quality improvement programs like Kaizen and Six Sigma techniques. If you are implementing this, you need some experts for the same. that also will have some cost of it. Cost of product and process design. We already understood that if when you are doing quality assurance, then you need to design your process, you need to design your product again. For that also we need to incur cost, from collecting customer information to designing processes that achieve conformance to specification. So we are designing our processes, our product on the basis of what information we got from the customer. Employee training, as we want to achieve quality while producing the product itself, and that is why we need to train our employees for the same thing. Quality circle will make a group of employees who will focus on improving the quality, and that is what quality circle is. The cost of maintaining records of information and data related to quality. Think about it. We need to know whether these techniques or methods which we are applying for improving the quality or preventing the defects, are they working in a proper manner or not? And for that, records of quality is very important. So there might be cost of maintaining that record also. Next, statistical process control. To check the step-by-step process after every process when you are checking the output. That is the process control, right? And when you are checking that output, that will also incur some cost. And that cost will also be included here. And this is only quality control. The quality control which we understood earlier, this is the statistical quality control which we apply. Then we will develop some systems for checking through automation, like digital checklist and automated alerts, so that we need not check it again and again. It gets prevented by itself with the help of some automated techniques, right? This will also have some cost of it. All of these costs which are incurred for preventing the defect of final product are known as prevention cost. Quality planning cost, quality improvement programs cost, record related cost, employee training cost, quality circle cost, system development cost, and statistical process control cost. Next comes appraisal cost. Appraisal cost is your inspection cost. This cost is incurred for uncovering defects, mainly specifically for the final product, checking for failures whether they have arisen or not. They include cost of quality inspection. What all costs you have incurred for inspection, inspecting the quality of the final product, is known as appraisal cost. Here testing, mainly we understood that this inspection is done for the final product, but the inspection can also be done for material and for work in progress. I understand that statistical quality control is checking after every process, but sometimes organization, if they are using only inspection, then they first check the material. Sometimes in between, once they will check, that is known as checking the work in progress, and then they will also check their final product. Okay, so inspection can also be done in different stages as we are doing for quality control, but mainly quality control checks only the samples, but in the inspection it can happen that organization is checking every product. Done. So they include cost of quality inspection like testing for material, work in progress, final product, and packing also. Depreciation of testing equipment. There might be some equipments which organization is using. Depreciation of it will be included as cost of appraisal cost. If there are some equipments which are of very low cost, then there will be no depreciation of it. The total cost will be charged in our books, and that cost of equipment used for quality appraisal will be included in your appraisal cost. Performing audits to make sure that quality standards are being met. Now, whether inspection is happening properly or not, for that also we can have performance audits. The cost of it will be included in appraisal cost. Cost of worker time spent measuring quality. The worker who is inspecting the product, the cost of it will be included in appraisal cost. So here we are including cost of quality inspection, testing, depreciation cost of equipment, or if the equipment is of very low cost, then the total cost of equipment, audit cost, performance audit cost, and the time cost for the worker who is performing the inspection. Done. Next, internal failure cost. Now, why this arises? When after inspection you found out that the product is defective, then if the product is defective, then internal failure cost will arise associated with discovering poor product quality before the product reaches the customer side. So internal failure is you found out the failure inside your organization. And as you found out the failure inside the organization, hence the product has not reached to the customer, right? And this include rework cost. If the product is defective, we'll first try to correct it. And that is why rework cost is there, cost of correcting the defective product. But if you found out that defect is such that you're not able to correct it, then it will be treated as cost of spoilage. So in your book, it is written as scrap. Just change it with spoilage. So if the item is defective, you are not able to correct it, then you need to throw it away. And that is what spoilage is. And its cost include all the material, labor and machine costs spent in producing that defective product. Think about it. As this product can't be reworked and can't be corrected, then it needs to be scrapped. It needs to be thrown away. And as you are throwing it out, you are throwing all the costs which you have incurred in machine, material, labor and machine cost in this product, right? Next comes cost of scrap. Now what is scrap? Scrap is the residual or leftover material while producing the product. Think about it. When we are, let's take an example for the same, Hana. When we are producing furniture, for that we cut the wood, and while cutting the wood, there are some pieces which are leftover pieces, which can't be used for making furniture, Hana? Which are just a small pieces or cut parts of my furniture wood. And these are known as the leftover materials which can't be corrected and hence has to be sold or has to be scrapped as a waste material. Next comes downtime due to defect in quality. Think about it. If there is any defect which is found out in quality, then we will definitely try to look into our machines that is there any problem with the machine or the specifications which we added in the machine. We'll try to correct it, right? For that, downtime arises, and that downtime cost will be included in internal failure cost. Next is retesting. If you have reworked on your defective product, then this reworked product should also be tested, and the retesting cost will be included in our internal failure cost. So rework, spoilage, scrap, downtime and retesting cost will be part of our internal failure cost. Next comes external failure cost when your defective product has reached to the customer. Incurred when inferior or defective products is delivered to customer. Now think about it. If your defective product has reached to the customer, then customer will complain, customer will ask for replacements, customer will ask for return, and the product which customer has returned, now you need to repair that product. Sometimes it can happen that the product which we have provided to the customer can't be moved back to the organization. So we need to send the technician there to repair that particular product. So there is a lot of cost which has to be incurred by the organization if external failure has arisen. And it can also lead to loss of our brand image. So cost of handling customer complaints, warranty repairs, replacements, repair of returned product, cost arising from damaged company reputation, lost sales. It can happen that customer has returned the product, taken the money back, and that is a lost sales. Cost of field servicing, when the technicians has to go to the place of customer and then service the product. These are different types of costs which arises due to external failure. Done. So we understood what all can be the different types of costs which we can incur. Now after this comes the total quality management topic. But before going into that, let's just write all the different types of costs which we can incur for quality. So write it down. Cost of quality. Cost of quality can be of two types: quality control cost and quality failure cost. Quality control cost is incurred for achieving high quality. Right. With the help of this, we are trying to achieve that high quality, but if it is not achieved, then there are some consequences of it. And those consequences are failure cost consequences of poor quality. Now, quality control cost can be divided into two parts. First one is prevention based and next is appraisal cost. Prevention based and appraisal cost. Right. Prevention based involves quality assurance and quality control technique, while appraisal is specifically about inspection. Now, what is prevention cost? Prevention cost is cost incurred for preventing poor quality from occurring. Appraisal cost is about the process of uncovering defects or checking for failure. Here we incur quality planning cost, cost for quality improvement programs like Six Sigma, next cost of product and process design, try to remember or try to recall them, है ना? No need to just remember all of these things. Just try to recall what all things can come in it, like the training cost of the worker so that they can make sure quality defects do not arise in between, है ना? So training cost, quality circle where we are making a group of worker who are going to make sure that quality is achieved. Quality circle. Next, we are going to make records so that we can check what all quality programs are working for our organization and what all are not working. Next, statistical process control. Done. Next, appraisal cost is, it involves inspection and testing cost, depreciation of equipments, testing equipments, worker involved in testing quality will also include the cost of it, and performance audit cost to check whether the inspection is done properly or not. Right. Next is quality failure cost. Quality failure cost can be of two types. First one is internal failure cost, and second is external failure cost. External failure arises when the defective product has reached to the customer. Inferior or defective product reached the customer. Now, what happens when the defective product reached to the customer? Customer complaints arise. We need to provide warranty repairs. We might need to replace or return the product. So replacements might be there. And if we are replacing, then we need to repair the returned products, right? Damage of reputation, lost sales, and sometimes it can also happen that we need to go to the place where customer lives and then service the product there. That is known as cost of field servicing, right? Next is internal failure cost, which is about discovering poor quality before the product reaches to the customer, right? So we found out that there is defect. Now what to do with it? We might rework on the defective product, or if it can't be corrected, then it will be treated as spoilage. There might be some scrap, which is the leftover material, and as there are defects in our products, then we know that there is some issue with the machine. So machine should be stopped for checking that. That is downtime of machines. Then as you have reworked on the product, then retesting of the product will also be there. Retesting of reworked products. Done. So this is the whole cost which we can incur on quality. Now, after this, we are moving forward to our next part, that is total quality management. Now, to understand total quality management, we are taking one case study. This is a case study of a education institute. Now, think about it here. TQM was applicable for the organizations, right? We were understanding about how TQM can be applied in the organization. But it is also applicable in the educational institute, which means that wherever you want to improve quality, you can apply total quality management. A quality education, TQM in education. This case study explains how total quality management principles can be applied not only in manufacturing or corporate environments, but also in educational institutions, which also helps us to understand that even if you are doing anything, it doesn't matter. If you want to improve quality of whatever you are doing, you can apply TQM, that is total quality management. Let's understand what is the case study or what is the background behind this case study. India has one of the world's fastest growing business education market, and that is true. But despite this, the quality of MBA education which has been provided here has been questioned. Recruiters say many graduates which are graduated from India are actually not job ready. The Ramaiah Institute of Management Studies of Bangalore face the same problem as many of the institutes of India are facing. Recruiters and accreditation bodies complained that quality of students were very low in this institute. Graduates were not performing well, and the school was struggling to compete with top institutes. So what RIMS Institute decided? They decided to apply total quality management to improve their performance. Now, this is the type of thinking which organizations has to apply. First of all, there should be management philosophy or management thinking that we should, or there is a need in our organization that we should apply total quality management. Before or without this thinking, it can't be applied. Only employee thinking about that is not possible for the whole organization to apply total quality management, because total quality management involves everyone, and everyone can be employed only after management is thinking about that. So management philosophy for applying TQM to improve their performance is very important. They need to have faith in TQM, then only the whole organization will follow it. Done. Next, what RIMS did, what all steps were taken under TQM in this organization. First of all, leadership initiative. As we understood that management philosophy is important, management thinking and mindset is important, but the thing is, to apply TQM, there is a leader requirement also. There should be a leader who will handle application of TQM in the whole organization. And that is why this RIMS Institute appointed Dr. Krishnamurthy as the head of volunteer team to reassess and improve quality. This Krishnamurthy is a chief advisor, professional advisor of their organization or institute, and he is the one who was appointed as a quality head or a leader for their organization, for their institute. Training the team. After identifying or finding out the leader, they trained the whole team because everyone should be involved, and that is why everyone should be trained for applying quality everywhere possible. The team underwent training, action plans, quality audit, continuous improvement plan like plan, do, study, act. Now, what does this plan, do, study, act cycle is? First of all, plan everything, whatever you are going to do. Then implement the plan. Then study, that means analyze the results deeply. Then after that, act. That means if successful, after analyzing everything, you found out a successful method, then standardize it. If not, then modify it. Then apply again that plan, do, study, act cycle. If you notice, we already understood what does PDCA cycle means. Plan, do, check, act. But this is somewhat better than plan, do, check, act. Here we study rather than just checking. Now, this ensured that faculty themselves understood the TQM processes. By training them, they all understood that what does TQM process is all about. Next, identify key stakeholders and processes. So here we mainly focus on identifying the most important processes which are involved in this institute. The first one is taking the institute inside the organization, student intake, teaching and knowledge dissemination. After getting all the students inside the institute, you need to provide them a good education, good knowledge, right? And that is the second process which is followed. Research, some of the research are also done to improve the processes, to improve the teaching techniques. Performance evaluation, how our students are performing. To evaluate that, performance evaluation is also included. Recruitments and placements of our students. These are some of the processes which are the most important processes of RIMS Institute. These were the critical areas affecting overall quality. Diagnosing problem. Now problems were identified, that what all problems are there in our system. For this, they used fishbone diagram. Fishbone diagram helps us to find out the cause and effect, right? So, in effect, we list all the problems and then we found out what all are the causes of it. After identifying the problems and the causes, we can work on the causes to improve the effects which we are getting, right? Next. And the knowledge test is done to identify what knowledge our students are having, to find the root cause of poor performance. The results were shocking at that time. RIMS students had only 36% knowledge compared to 95% at Harvard. Critical thinking of RIMS students were just 9% compared to 93% at MIT. Salary packages were very low of our institute. This clearly showed that RIMS had serious quality problems and hence TQM can actually help them. So after identifying the problem, they applied or they acted on it and applied some of the solutions for the same. First of all, they improved their curriculum by including some practical case studies in it. So a new employability team was appointed to improve the curriculum. They mainly focus on adding case studies, strategic programs, pilot studies so that classroom learning can be improved and real world relevance can be added in their books. Next came stakeholder involvement. Initially, students and employees were resisting for this change, but when they came to know that this can have a lot of positive results for them, everyone supported the strategy and everyone supported those change. So everyone was involved for improving. Even the customers, which are our students, and the employees started getting involved in this process, which is actually really important for getting the most benefit from TQM. Transparent communication. The school started sharing plans, performance projections, and results with the students and the employees, which created confidence among them. Then additional skill certification was provided. Mandatory British Council English certification was provided to students so that their communication skills can be improved. Now, after applying all of these, what were the results? The improvements were significant. Test scores improved by 10%, English proficiency improved from 42 to 51%, number of top companies recruiting increased by 22%, average salary package increased by $20,000. Think about it. $20,000 is about 16 to 17 lakh. Average salary package improved from 16 to 70 lakh. Think about it. Placement revenue rose by 50,000 for the company or the institute, and RIMS improved its ranking nationally and internationally. The institute was able to improve its ranking. This is how TQM helped the organization, institute, get most benefit or to improve their students' knowledge so that they can get a good placement. So it was win-win for everyone involved in it. Now, key takeaway. The case proves that TQM works in any sector as we understood. It requires long-term commitment. You can't assume that in short period of time you're going to get a good results here. Every employee must share the vision, and that is very important, and that is why every teacher was involved in this. Continuous improvement and customer satisfaction is the most important thing, right? If everyone participates and quality becomes a culture, the performance of the entire institution or business improves dramatically, as we have seen in this RIMS Institute case. Now, what is total quality management? Let's focus on one word at a time. First, let's focus on total. Total means involving everyone in the organization. Everyone in the organization should be responsible for quality. Not only the quality department, but every employee, every team, every process, all must together try to maintain the high quality. So we want to involve everyone in the organization for improving the quality, not just the quality department, right? Next comes quality. What will be quality in our case? Think about it. We have already understood 10 or read about 10 to 12 definitions of quality, right? So what does quality means in TQM? Quality means only thinking or checking what our customers are wanting and delivering it. So we will focus only on the customer, that understanding what customer wants and delivering it. Meeting customer expectation, deliver correct output for the first time. That means while applying TQM, we will make sure that when the first time we are providing the output to our product customers, we are providing it perfect, and every time we will make sure that the quality is top notch. So deliver correct output first time and deliver the same good quality every time. That is what is ensured under TQM, that from the first time itself we should perform really well. So quality here means understanding what customer wants and delivering exactly as it is. Now, next is management. Management means quality must be planned, controlled and improved. Defects should be prevented, and that is why quality assurance will be used. Systems must be created to avoid errors, and management support is very important, and management should guide quality improvement. Management should be involved, prevention should be there, systems should be developed so that quality can be properly planned, controlled and improved. Done. This is total quality and management. Next comes the definition as a whole. So total quality management is a management philosophy. As we understood in RIM's case, that if management was not the one who is thinking for the quality, then it is not possible for the organization to accept it and everyone to work for it. And that is why TQM is a management philosophy. TQM is a mindset, values and approach which management follows while running the business. Now, why we are calling TQM as a management philosophy? Because TQM cannot work if management is not supporting this TQM and management do not believe in TQM. If management believes, then only TQM can work properly. So, TQM is a management philosophy where the whole company continuously work to improve quality. Everyone in the organization will work to improve the quality. And the idea is not to wait for the problems, to prevent them beforehand. Here we will apply quality assurance technique. Will not just apply inspection and quality control. We'll definitely apply this also, but we will apply quality assurance also. We will focus mainly on preventing before occurring, right? So, not to wait for the problems to happen, but to prevent mistakes from happening in the first place itself. The goal is very clear, that satisfy the customer first time and every time we want to satisfy our customer. So, TQM is what? TQM is a management philosophy which involves everyone in the company to continuously improve the quality. The idea is not to wait for the problems to happen, we will prevent them beforehand, right? Now, next is why TQM exists, why we are following TQM, so that we can make sure that we are doing everything right for the first time, so we need not fix it later. Think about it. If you are preventing the defects from happening, then you are saving a lot of failure cost. है A lot of failure cost is saved when you are preventing the defects from happening. And that is what is the aim of TQM. And that is why TQM exists. This saves time, money, and effort of the organization. Now, this definition is very important for TQM. Let's understand what it is saying. TQM is vision based. That means we are not aiming for short term. We are aiming to achieve total quality management in a long term perspective, in a sustainable perspective, right? Customer focused. Our only focus is customer. We are going to deliver what our customers are wanting. Prevention oriented. We already understood in our previous definition that our main aim in TQM is to prevent defects from happening in the first place. Continuous improvement, that means we are not going to stop. We are going to continuously improve wherever possible, whenever possible. Based on scientific approach, no logics, data, facts and methods will be used to decide and to define quality management. Adopted by cost conscious people who follow this TQM, who are cost conscious, who want to reduce their cost, because quality management helps you to reduce the cost. And committed to satisfy the customer first time, every time. If you are committed to satisfy your customer first time and every time, and you are cost conscious, you want to reduce the cost as well, then you should definitely use total quality management. It aims at managing an organization so that it excels at every area important for the customer. If you want to excel in every area important for the customer, you should use TQM. If you want to be better or good or provide high quality first time and every time, use TQM. If you are cost conscious, use TQM. It is a vision based, customer focused, prevention oriented, continuous improvement strategy used by cost conscious people, committed to satisfy the customer first time and every time. And if you want to excel at every stage or everything which customer focuses or customer wants, then you should definitely use TQM. This is the definition, and I have already explained you all of the words used in there. You can once read it if you want to. And now we can write this in our summary book. And this is going to be our last part which we are going to cover today. Write it down. Total quality management. Let's first write what we understood about each word. What does total mean? What does quality mean? And what does management means? You can write total quality management in short as TQM. Now, total is everyone in the organization is responsible for quality. It's not the responsibility of only one person or one department. Everyone in the organization should be responsible for quality. Understanding exactly what customer wants and delivering it. Will understand what customer wants and will try to deliver as it is. Management. Quality must be planned, controlled, and improved. Here we mainly focus on prevention based technique, not detection based technique. We focus on creating the system where everyone is involved for improving the quality, and management support should be there. Then only TQM can work properly, right? Then we understood the first definition, which is TQM is a management philosophy. Now, this word management philosophy is very important here. Why? Because without management's involvement or without management believing on TQM, TQM can't be applied on organizations properly. So, management philosophy is mindset, values, and approach followed by management. Why we are calling TQM as management philosophy? Because TQM cannot work unless management truly believes in it. So management's support is very important for TQM. So TQM is a management philosophy where the whole company continuously works to improve quality. Not one person, not one department, everyone in the organization, the whole company is going to work towards quality. The idea is not to wait for problems to happen, but prevent them from happening or prevent mistakes from happening in the first place. Next definition is TQM is vision based, customer focused, prevention oriented, continuous improvement strategy. विजन बेस्ड है, कस्टमर फोकस्ड है, प्रिवेंशन ओरिएंटेड है, continuous improvement is the main focus here, right? I keep on switching from Hindi to English normally because it's my normal way, na? I normally teach in Hindi. This is something new for me which is happening, and that is why Hindi peeps in between. Scientific approach, based on scientific approach adapted by cost conscious people committed to satisfy the customer first time, every time. It aims at managing an organization so that it excels in areas important to customers. Hmm. And with this, we have completed our today's topic. So this was all the things which we have to study in today's class. In next class, we are going to study more about this TQM topic. A lot of things are there, and there are different types of techniques which we can use for quality management. We will study about them in our next class. Till then, make sure you are revising everything which we have studied till now. And now we will meet in our next class. Till then, happy learning everyone. Radhe Radhe. Bye bye. Bye bye everyone.